Let me share 13 lessons I have discovered. Life can be easy or difficult, depending in many ways what your attitude to life is. If you don't believe things can change, you most certainly won't work towards making them change. Belief is the best medicine, besides laughter. You can achieve what you believe. Resistance is futile. What you resist will persist. What you do unto others, you self-sabotage. Controlled thought equals control of emotion. Emotions are your internal guidance system. When you are riddled with fear, doubt and worry, these are signals of resistance. Learn to listen to your heart. Choose to be happy, which is everyone's goal. So choose your thoughts to say, I feel good, and remain grateful. This will have the desired effect. Create life by design. Accept and choose happiness. Some have called this the power of positive thinking. If success is what makes you happy, here's the secret to discovering and pursuing your true heart's desire, over and above the logical thinking, rational brain. I say listen to your heart's desire. We believe what we see and see what we believe. Just belief in yourself and in others can work miracles. Your subconscious hears and records everything. Long-forgotten events can be triggered given the correct scenario or stimulus. Old memories can be retrieved to the surface when necessary for good or negative reasons, sometimes raising reminders of old traumas or happy moments. The most powerful hidden memories can control your conscious mind, your body, and many of your current reactions. Be careful of what you think, say, and do, because a loose word or off-the-cuff remark can be made in a second. But the wounds from what is said can take years, even decades to heal, whether acknowledged or not. Psychologists believe it to be important to discover repressed wounds and emotions for optimum mental and emotional health. Your words create your world, your mind, body, and environment. Words create reality. Yesterday or tomorrow does not exist. Only the eternal now exists. Only the present is real. I believe the universe delivers only in the present, not the future. I say this to emphasize the importance of this value. If you have a dream, chase this now, take action now. You are not your mind. This is a tool for creating life in the now. Seeking is finding, asking is receiving. Suffering is an indication of an error in thinking. Base your thoughts on love and not fear. Remember, every loss is a gain. The brain does not want success because it doesn't like change. But I believe minds can be easy to reprogram, also very difficult, minds that are stubborn in changing familiar beliefs. I believe it is possible to change routine habits and negative thoughts if you put in the work. Never want but desire. When you look up the definition of these two words, want and desire, very interesting. As I understand what quantum physics is about, and I'm not a scientist, almost anything is possible. Anything. Here's just some of my discoveries which I believe will add to your lives onto the cause of this massive long search and rehabilitation. First impressions. Since the accident, the first impression I made was very different, attracting pity, patronizing, being treated as incapable, and even deviousness. This is big. I won't call this a problem because this has allowed much learning and growing. All my life, I attracted some of the wrong kinds of people. A lot were not the kind I wanted to attract. Also, I was hardly ever refused a job interview. I was good at presenting a confident facade, even though often I was not at all confident. In recent years, the first impression I made was one of a scruffy, lazy drinker. I have since quit drinking, smartened myself up, and continue to have a bit of a lazy streak, but am purpose-driven in heading towards what I am destined to achieve. As I write, I have just had someone who knows a little about my life since the accident call me the most determined, hard-working person she knows. I received this as great compliment. I remember when I saw people with disabilities that looked out of place. My first thought was that they must have had an accident. So why do some people assume I have had a disability since birth? Because all people are different, there is stupidity and ignorance as well as intelligence. Some disabled people look out of sorts because they do not have the accustomed, largely conditioned expressions of what the majority think a disabled person should look like. A majority opinion will certainly influence, a reality adjustment is prevalent and very possible. I believe that we are conditioned to see disabled people in a certain way. We expect a certain facial expression or an expected body movement. In short, we stereotype. We are even learning a new reality that not all disabilities are visible. It is our mind which controls and affects our body, which is reprogrammed at cell level. I base this both on what I have researched and personal felt experience, whereas most of onlookers are assuming and guessing.